The rain hammered down like 1,000 accusations, each drop exploding on the windshield as I gripped the steering wheel, knuckles white against the storm's fury. My name's Jack Harlan, and that night, staring at the bloated lake swallowing what used to be my family's sanctuary, I knew revenge wasn't just a word, it was the cold, surging water ready to claim what was mine. For years, I'd fought the HOA tyrants who'd stolen my land, built their cookie-cutter McMansions right on the edge of Harlan Lake, the very spot where my grandfather taught me to fish under whispering willows. But tonight, with the dam's controls in my hand, I was done talking. The main conflict hit me like a gut punch. Karen Whitaker, the HOA president with her bleached smile and iron-fisted rules, had bulldozed my rights, claiming eminent domain bullshit to plop 86 homes on my waterfront. And me, I'd open the floodgates literally and watch it all wash away. Cut to 3 months earlier, the air thick with the scent of fresh-cut grass and impending doom. I stood on my porch, coffee mug steaming in the crisp morning chill, watching the construction crews swarm like ants over what was once pristine shoreline. The rumble of excavators drowned out the gentle lap of waves, their diesel fumes choking the sweet pine aroma I'd grown up breathing. My heart raced, a mix of rage and helplessness bubbling up. This can't be happening, I muttered, sighing deeply as I dialed my lawyer for the umpteenth time. Bill's voice crackled over the line. Tired but steady. Jack, we've got the deeds. Your family owned this since '42. But Karen's got the board twisted around her finger kickbacks. Probably. We fight in court. Karen Whitaker. God. Just thinking her name sent a shiver down my spine. Not from fear, but from the raw injustice she embodied. She was the quintessential HOA Karen, mid-50s. Yoga pants perpetually glued to her hips, always clutching a clipboard like a weapon. I'd seen her at town meetings, her voice slicing through the room like a chainsaw through butter. Progress. People. These homes will boost property values. She'd crow, ignoring the groans from old-timers like me. But progress. It was theft. Plain and simple. My lakefront, passed down through generations, now dotted with half-built skeletons of luxury condos, their skeletal frames mocking the faded photos in my attic of picnics and bonfires by the water. As the days blurred into weeks, my emotions swung like a pendulum fury in the mornings when I'd wake to the beep-beep of reversing trucks. Despair by nightfall as I nursed a beer on the dock, the water's cool mist kissing my face while memories flooded back. Grandpa's gravelly laugh echoing over the lake as he reeled in a bass. The splash of oars. The earthy smell of wet soil after a rain. All that, erased for Karen's vision of gated perfection. I tried reasoning. Hell, I even showed up at her doorstep one evening, the sunset painting the sky in bloody reds. She opened the door, her perfumia cloying floral assault hitting me first. Mr. Harlan, she said, lips curling in that fake sympathy. This is for the community. Your little plot was underutilized. Join us. We could use a man like you on the board. I laughed, a bitter bark that echoed in the quiet cul-de-sac. Underutilized. That's my heritage you're paving over. My voice cracked, chest heaving with the effort to stay calm. She sighed theatrically, crossing her arms. Laws are laws. Jack, move on. The door clicked shut, leaving me in the twilight. Fists clenched, the distant hum of crickets mocking my isolation. That's when the subplot twisted in, unexpected as a summer squall. Enter Mia Torres, a fiery environmental journalist who'd been sniffing around the development. I met her at the local diner, the sizzle of bacon and clatter of plates providing a chaotic backdrop to our whispered conspiracy. She slid into the booth across from me, her dark hair tousled, eyes sharp like daggers. Heard about your fight, she said, voice low and urgent, stirring her coffee with a spoon that tink-tink-tinked against the ceramic. I'm digging into Whitaker. Turns out, she's got ties to a shady developer offshore accounts, bribes to officials. But I need proof from the inside. Mia's arrival flipped my world. She wasn't just an ally. She stirred something deeper, a flicker of hope amid the gloom. We'd meet by the lake at dusk, the water's surface rippling like shattered glass under the moon. sharing stories. Hers, a childhood in the city, fighting pollution in the streets. The acrid smell of factory smoke still haunting her dreams. Mine, the serenity of this place, now violated. One night, as frogs croaked a symphony and fireflies danced like errant stars, she leaned in, her breath warm against my ear. Jack, this isn't just land. It's your soul. We expose her. My heart pounded. Emotions surging gratitude. Attraction. A raw vulnerability I hadn't felt since my divorce years ago. But doubt crept in. Sighs escaped as I paced my living room. The creak of floorboards underfoot amplifying my inner turmoil. The conflict escalated. Controversy brewing like a storm cloud. Town hall erupted into chaos when Mia published her first article online. Headlines screaming, HOA scandal, lakefront land grab exposed. Protesters gathered. Signs waving in the wind rustle of paper. Chants rising in crescendo. Karen fought back dirty. Spreading rumors. I was a reclusive crank. Mia a sensationalist hack. Outrage boiled over at a board meeting. Voices overlapping in heated echoes. This is libel. Karen shrieked, her face flushing crimson, slamming her gavel with a sharp crack that silenced the room momentarily. I stood up, voice steady despite the knot in my gut. No, Karen, this is truth. You built on stolen land. But the homes kept rising, 86 of them, gleaming white facades mocking the natural beauty. My sleeps grew fitful, dreams haunted by floods and crumbling walls. Waking to the distant roar of machinery. Sensations piled on, the gritty dust coating my skin after walking the site. The metallic tang of blood from biting my lip and frustration. Mia and I delved deeper. Her unexpected twist revealing a hidden ally, old Mr. Ellis, the retired surveyor who'd mapped the area decades ago. Frail but fierce. He shuffled into my cabin one rainy afternoon. Umbrella dripping puddles on the wood floor. The patter of rain on the tin roof a soothing underscore. Son, he wheezed, pulling out yellowed maps with trembling hands. The musty scent of aged paper filling the air. Your dam controls the lake level. It's in the original deeds. Open it. And he trailed off, eyes twinkling with mischief. That revelation hit like lightning. The dammy grandfather's engineering feat to manage floods became the weapon. Emotions fluctuated wildly. Exhilaration at the plan. Terror at the consequences. Mia hesitated. Her hand on mine. Soft and warm. Jack, this could ruin lives. Families in those homes. A pause. Her sigh heavy with conflict. But justice. I nodded. The weight pressing on my chest like the humid air before a downpour. The climax built relentlessly. Under cover of night. Thunder rumbling like distant artillery. I drove to the dam control house, heart hammering in sync with the wiper's swish-swish. Rain soaked me instantly, cold rivulets snaking down my back. The metallic creak of the gate echoing as I entered. Fingers trembling. I flipped the switch's gears grinding. Water roaring to life below. The lake swelled. A monstrous beast awakening. Waves crashing against the new shores with furious slaps. Alarms blared. Distant shouts piercing the storm as lights flickered on in the homes. Chaos unfolded in cinematic slow motion. Families evacuated. Sirens wailing like banshees. The floodwaters gurgling and swallowing foundations. Karen's mansion prime lakefront was first to go. Her screams cutting through the night as she fled. Designer heels sinking in mud. Mia and I watched from afar. Her grip on my arm tight. Breaths coming in shallow gasps. It's done, I whispered, a mix of triumph and sorrow washing over me like the tide. Court came swift, the gavel's final bang resounding like victory. Evidence poured out Mia's articles, Ellis's maps, whistleblowers emerging from the shadows. The judge's voice boomed, restitution ordered. The HOA dissolves. Properties revert. Karen faced ruined fines. Lawsuits. Her empire crumbling like wet sand. She glared at me across the courtroom, eyes hollow, a defeated sigh escaping her lips as handcuffs clicked, fraud charges sticking like glue. In the end, as I stood by the restored lake, the sun glinting off calm waters, birdsong filling the air with hopeful trills, the message crystallized, Justice isn't handed down. It's fought for. Flood by flood. Stand up. Reclaim what's yours. And let the waters of truth wash away the tyrants. Harlan Lake breathed free again. And so did I.